Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'll be recapping Neighbours episode 9232, which was broadcast on the 28th of April 2025. I'm recording this episode only a few weeks later on the 16th of May 2025. So before I get into my recap, please go and check out all my other Neighbours episodes, which include both revive the stuff since mostly it's the reboot since September 2023 as well, with a few other episodes in there as well and news and stuff. So please go and check out. It's all in a nice playlist for you. So go and check that out. Without further ado, here's my recap of Neighbours episode 9232. We start off with a previous recap and the title sequence. Holly asks Max and Tay about Sadie. Tay suggests they wait a while. Max mentions Sadie's scars. Holly attempts to reassure Max. Byron yells at Max, Holly and Tay. Wendy refuses to eat some cake. Jane asks Wendy to do some teaching at Erinsborough High. Nicola and Andrew accept on Wendy's behalf. Jane informs Wendy that there might be a full-time job at Erinsborough High soon. Remy and Dex play a video game. Cara returns home and wants a private conversation with Remy. Dex listens in on Cara and Remy's conversation. Cara confronts Remy over her changing her police application form. Byron attempts to reassure Sadie. Holly apologises to Sadie. Sadie storms off. Andrew attempts to reassure Wendy about her working at Erinsborough High tomorrow. Andrew bumps into one of his self-defence class participants. This person gives Andrew some food. Holly offloads to Aaron and Nicola about Byron and Sadie. Tay informs Max that Helen wants the money back he borrowed from her. Max offers to help Tay until he learns how much Tay owes Fallon. Dex checks in with Cara about Remy's feelings about Cara becoming a police officer. Dex attempts to help Cara understand Remy's feelings about her desire to be a police officer. Wendy arrives at Erinsborough High where Jane informs Wendy of the work that has been set. Dex gives his classmates some advice whilst mentioning that Wendy is JJ's auntie. Leo mentions Nell. Byron mentions his issues with Seb. Byron attempts to reassure Sadie. Krista offers to pay. Tay speaks to Krista about Fallon. Tay learns that Fallon borrowed money from Krista. Nicola helps Cara with preparing for a police interview. Remy still doesn't help Cara. Wendy teaches at Erinsborough High. Dex catches a classmate nearly throwing something at Wendy. Jane checks in with Wendy. Andrew delivers a self-defence class, which Max and Holly are attending. Holly helps Sandra. Chandra offers to help Andrew with a demonstration. Max and Holly mention Sandra flirting on Andrew. Max informs Andrew that Sandra is flirting with him. Wendy catches someone passing a note. Wendy reads this note. Ryan attempts to explain himself. Ryan reveals the nickname Nell has been given. Dex has a problem with this. Wendy orders Ryan to visit Jane. Wendy attempts to reassure Dex. Andrew asks Max and Holly for their help. They explain why they can't. Holly mentions wanting to cheer up Sadie. Sandra agrees to help Andrew tidy away. Andrew informs Sandra that he is married. Sandra chooses to leave. Wendy reveals her experience teaching at Erinsborough High. Jane compliments Wendy. Wendy learns that there is no longer a full-time position available at Erinsborough High. Tay asks Remy for a loan. Remy declines and explains her reason for this decision. Cara thanks Remy for changing her police application. Remy still isn't delighted by Cara's desire to become a police officer. Max reveals his issues with Shane always giving him everything. Holly reveals her issues with how she acts and sometimes acts similar to Wissy. Tay reveals his issues with his body. Sadie thanks Max, Holly and Tay for being vulnerable with her and Byron. Andrew and Wendy discuss Sadie flirting with him. Andrew asks Wendy how her morning at Erinsborough High went. Wendy gets offered a job, and the episode finishes off with a preview of the next episode. That is my recap of Neighbours episode 9232. Now in tomorrow's episode, I'll be recapping Made in Chelsea season 29 episode 6. I have no trailer I can show you, so there's that. So back to this episode now. Let me know what you thought of Neighbours episode 9232 if you watched it. My recap if you didn't. You can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode for my recap of Made in Chelsea season 29 episode